There are very few things I love more in life than Gina's makeup tutorials. Her channel name is at Gin's Makeup, and she's insanely beautiful. But she does the most amazing, like really aesthetically pleasing tutorials. Today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, is my prom makeup tutorial, and I'm also showing you my dress. So I hope you guys enjoy this one and you're able to relax. And I personally really do not like filming tutorials, so I figured if I tried something new and tried to do something that was really inspiring to me, maybe I would enjoy it. My first step is actually perfume. I really like putting on perfume as my first step in my makeup routine just because it sinks into my skin and gets a little bit less aggressive. I'm personally very sensitive to very strong scents, so I like my perfume to kind of sink into my skin and really just like mingle with my natural body odors. That sounds really gross, but it's true. So I really wanted to thank Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that I personally love. They carry some of my favorite brands for perfumes. They also started carrying skincare, so I actually picked up the Glow Recipe Watermelon Face Mask from them. $15 a month, and you get to choose a new designer fragrance every month. The size of the vial you get is actually really big. It's a lot larger than your typical perfume sample size, so you really do get a nice feel of if the fragrance actually works for you, which I appreciate. I personally love it. I have used Scentbird before, and I think they're just awesome. So if you'd like to try them out, make sure you use my coupon code for 30% off. It's just $10 for your first month, and then $15 after that. I really love them, and I like smelling nice, so yeah. Starting off with some pretty tired skin, I decided to use the Tarte Dewy Skin Cream. I used a sample, so I didn't show you guys the jar on camera, but I'm going up with the Tarte Silk Canvas Primer right after. I feel like these two work really, really well with each other. So I'm just smoothing that into the areas where I really need some pore filling. I'm also using some of the Emile Cordon lip balm. This is a really, really unnecessarily bougie lip balm, but I personally really love it, so just let me live my life. For foundation today, I'm going in with the Becca Skin Love foundation. I wanted to go for a kind of dew your skin look, something a bit more natural. And because the Becca Skin Love is a little bit light for me at the moment, I decided to mix in some of the e.l.f. tone correcting drops. And as you can see, it's a pretty nice medium coverage foundation, giving you guys a nice close-up of my shitty skin right now. But it's part of the aesthetic, so I'm going through with it. Just to add a little bit of extra coverage, I use the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And for prom, obviously I want to use my very best products, so that's why this is being used. I also want to add a little bit of extra brightening and lightening effect, so I added in some of the KKW Beauty Concealer. This one's a bit of a lighter shade, and it works really, really well as a mixer, so I decided to add that in as well. Just to do a light, soft bake, I'm using a bit of the Fenty Beauty Lavender Setting Powder. Not anything super aggressive in terms of baking, just a very light amount of powder that I'm dusting off immediately. So it sets everything down and brightens, but it doesn't like look super creepy throughout the day. To contour my nose, I'm using the Away Studio Sculpt FX Contour Stick, and then for my cheekbones, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. My two favorites, just for a really nice natural contour. Still working on the whole nose contouring thing. I'm not the best at it. I'm never gonna be James Charles, but you know what? I don't really want to be James Charles. He's kind of problematic right now. For a little bit of bronzer just to warm up the face, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer. This is one of my favorite formulas right now. It's super like velvety matte smooth, so it's a very soft powder, but it looks so good on the skin. For my blush, I'm going in with the shade from the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. It's a very subtle blush, so it looks super natural on the cheekbones, which I really like. I didn't want to go for anything super, super bold today. I just wanted everything to be soft, kind of blended out, and just very ethereal. As you could probably see, as I was doing the powder products, I was trying to avoid my upper cheekbones because I am using a liquid highlighter today. This is the Glossier Liquid Night Shine, my #1 favorite cream highlighter in the world, and probably my #2 favorite highlighter at the moment. I'm in the shade Pale Pearl, but they have a bunch of beautiful shades, and as you can see, it's very blinding, but also it's a liquid highlighter, so it just blends so seamlessly into the cheekbones. Going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, just to kind of smooth out my skin and make everything look nice and
seamless.
For brows today, I'm using my Holy Grail, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, just to add in a little bit of shape and dimension. Kind of just doing my brows the normal way, nothing really special. I kind of hate doing my brows on camera, but you know what? It's for the video. And then just to set everything in, I added a very, very small amount of the Dip Brow Gel. This is very, very pigmented, so I tried to use a very small amount. And then I did my other brow off camera because you know what? That's how I do things. For eyeshadow today, I'm going in with the Desi Katy Francation palette from Dose of Colors. These are some of my favorite shimmers in the world, and I knew I really wanted to use that champagne shade on my lid for prom. Just to start off, I took the shade Necessary, which is this beautiful neutral toned, very like dusty tawny brown. It's just the most beautiful transition shade. I just dusted it all throughout my crease. Just a nice, good, solid base for the eye look. Next, I'm taking the shade Trudel, which is a beautiful, like mid-toned, really warm brown. I didn't want anything to be super dark, so I just went in with a very light hand. I didn't try to build up the color to be super dark, just to add a little bit of dimension. You can go ahead and go in with the shade Basic, which is the neutral bone matte, and just dust that on with a blender brush to blend everything out again. For the star of the show, I took the shade Just a Kiss, which is this beautiful, like lightly rose gold champagne shade. It's so freaking pretty. I use my finger for this just for like maximum impact, and also I'm too lazy. So I went in with my finger and just patted this all over the lid. It is so reflective and insane. I feel like the camera doesn't even adequately pick up how wet it looked, but oh, I love that. For liquid eyeliner today, I'm using the Deck of Scarlet liquid eyeliner. This is a very fine tipped one, and it's just super easy to create a nice wing. I get really scared drawing a wing, but this one was super easy to do it with, so yeah. But I personally prefer a matte black, so I went in with the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, the black in there called Bonnie, and I went ahead and patted that on top just to kind of take it down and shine. For inner corner highlight, I took the Ofra Nikki Tutorials Everglow highlighter and just patted that onto the inner corner as well. For mascara, I knew I needed something very long wearing, so I went in with Hourglass Caution Mascara. This is pretty much the closest you can get to a waterproof mascara without actually using waterproof mascara. Very long lasting, it holds up through pretty much everything. I can wear this one through hell and back. For lashes, I chose the Pure Cosmetics Silk Bombshell Lashes. They're really, really feathery and fluttery, and obviously they're very dramatic, but also I feel like they can really work with a more neutral eye look like this one, and they don't look super overpowering. Just to set everything in for the night, I used the Urban Decay 24/7 De-Slick setting spray. Very good for controlling your oil. And we're pretty much in the endgame now, so for lips, I took the Kylie Cosmetics 20 lip liner. And then I added on the Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet Lipstick in the shade 62 Libre, which is this beautiful like rose pink shade. Very neutral, just so simple and understated, but so pretty. And now for the dress, which is pretty much the only thing most people care about. I got this dress from ASOS. They have a really good selection of things for petite people. And personally, I can't find dresses ever that don't need alterations. And I was just kind of living my Cinderella, but also Crazy Rich Asians fantasy. It was everything. Alright guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed my aesthetic ass prom tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you made it to the very end, it feels kind of weird to do a bonus meme in a video completely devoid of other memes, but you know what? This is my channel. I make the rules here. Love you, bye.
Gotta go fast.